was a Category 1 that brushed Bermuda, but thousands are without power on that island after Hurricane Igor hit last night.
The storm knocked out power poles, hurled furious waves ashore over breakwaters and bridges. John Jessup has the story for us.
This is what it looked like last night as Hurricane Igor brushed up Bermuda's west coast. Flagpoles and palm trees buckled as wind gusts up to 90 miles an hour sent steady streams of rain hurling sideways. Igor weakened to a Category 1 hurricane just before it hit Bermuda, but was producing hurricane-force winds extending 90 miles out and was strong enough to knock out power to two-thirds of the island. Ahead of the storm, officials feared Igor could be the worst hurricane to hit their shores.
Our country and our people have throughout our history rarely faced the full fury of a storm of this magnitude. And as a people, we will continue to pray that once again we will be spared.
Some tourists were urged to pack up and leave their vacations early.
We really wanted to stay, to be quite honest, but you know, it was going to be an experience really to see a hurricane.
For residents, warnings of Igor's possible direct hit conjured memories of Hurricane Fabian, which caused hundreds of millions of dollars worth of damage in September of 2003.
This whole front section was taken out by Fabian. We had palm trees coming through the doors, through the windows, everything.
Igor is expected to veer away from the U.S.'s east coast. Meteorologists say that's thanks in part to a cold front along the eastern seaboard. Meanwhile, another storm is brewing in the Atlantic, Tropical Storm Julia, with tropical force winds extending up to 200 miles. Forecasters believe that storm will die down within the next day or two. John Jessup, CBN News, Washington.
Well, Wendy Griffith has the rest of our top stories from the CBN newsroom. What's new, Wendy?
Pat, the Tea Party has been the headline story for conservatives this year, but social conservatives are making it clear they still matter too. That was part of the message of the Values Voter Summit in Washington that was organized by the Family Research Council. Some candidates backed by the Tea Party movement are also social conservatives, like Delaware Senate candidate Christine O'Donnell. She's warned Washington that there's a grassroots revolt underway in America.
They call us wacky. They call us wingnuts. We call us we the people. They're trying to marginalize us and put us in a box. They're trying to say we're trying to take over this party or that campaign. They don't get it. We're not trying to take back our country. We are our country.
Other speakers talked about the importance of moral issues, including keeping the family and the institution of marriage strong. Well, the state of Texas is taking the Federal Environment Protection Agency to court over global warming. The Austin American-Statesman newspaper reports Texas officials are trying to prevent the federal regulation of greenhouse gases, and they're accusing the EPA of relying on flawed science to write those regulations. The suit was first filed in February by Texas and other states. The Texas Attorney General warns that if the new regulations go into effect, they could cost the state tens of thousands of lost jobs, along with higher energy costs. Well, a burglar in Malaysia forgot a key rule of his trade: take what you want and then make sure you get away in time. Instead, this burglar fell asleep on the homeowner's couch. The family came home from vacation and found that their living room was a mess. The wife then found the man asleep upstairs. The thief escaped through a window but was arrested nearby. He tested positive for drugs and already had 14 previous convictions. Not a smart burglar, Pat.
Like the bank robber that gave a note in that says, "Give me your money," and unfortunately it was on the letterhead of his house. So
I thought you were going to say he signed his name.
no, well, it was almost
Same difference.
Said, that guy ain't gonna make it as a robber.